Yes, it's Friday. It's a beautiful Friday. It's raining here in North Alabama, but I hope it is raining where you are because raining waters the earth, gives us our meat in due season. And I hope if it's not raining, then it's sunshine. Any way you slice it, it's a beautiful day. It is a beautiful day. Hi, my name is Tim Alston, and welcome to the Tim Commandments of Leadership. This is where we do two primary objectives. Number one, we educate, equip, and empower emerging leaders with God thought leadership. And the second thing that we do is that we present current events and newsmakers in the light of biblical best practices, or as I say, best practices from the Bible. And this episode is no exception. Okay? A recent Forbes article, August 13th, reminds us that burnout isn't just personal, it's contagious. When your stress levels creep toward that burnout zone, it doesn't just stay trapped in your head. No. It seeps into your workplace culture. It infects your team's energy and can even follow you home. Doesn't just stay in the workplace, it comes into the home place sometimes. Burnout is not a blowout. Instead, it's a slow leak. Unlike stress, which has a clear start and a clear finish, burnout is an ultra marathon and it's expensive. In a research study at Stanford University, it estimates that the workplace stress adds up to $190 billion in annual U.S. healthcare costs. $100 billion workplace stress. A Kinsey and Company report found that 75% of employees, 3 out of every 4, say that their most stressful factor in their jobs is their immediate boss. Now, the World Health Organization describes burnout is energy depletion or exhaustion. It's mental distance or cynicism toward work, reduced professional efficacy. Microsoft also reports that 48% of employees and 53% of managers already feel burned out. This is not just a workplace problem, it is a leadership problem. Now, where does egoholism recovering fit in? I'm glad you asked. David Coe, who is the author of this Forbes.com or Forbes magazine article, found that his turning point in leadership was his self-awareness, the very starting point for us for egoholism recovering. Before he changed his schedule, his travel, or his sleep habits, he first acknowledged a truth. And that truth is that the problem started with him. Not his schedule, not his travel, not his sleep, but him. That's the TOP, pre-steps of the egoholism recovering framework. TOP. T, target the problem, yourself. O, own the problem, take responsibility for yourself. And then P, proceed to action, make those changes. Now, David Coe's recovering steps mirror the 10 commandments of egoholism recovering. Coe now follows practices that closely align with the 7 steps of transform leadership. Number 1, he says, know your limits. That matches with our step number 1, glance back quickly before driving forward. He stopped glorifying overwork and capped travel. Rest became foundational for him, not optional. Foundational, not optional. Number 2, sleep like it matters. Sleep like it matters. Which means for us, number 2, dig deeply below the surface. Sleep is not just physical rest, it's mental and emotional restoration. He treats it like a strategic asset. You and I should treat sleep as a strategic asset. Then he says, purpose first. Become an active listener, we say, to know your own why. Clarity prevents drift. Know why, know yes. Number 4, create a deeper support network. Says for us, step number 4, grow up to be a child. Vulnerability in friendship builds resilience. Asking for help isn't weakness, that's wisdom. Sharing his journey. That ties in with our point number 6, that your healing is in your revealing. Your healing is in your revealing. Writing that Forbes article itself became part of his recovering journey. And then finally, applying lessons forward applies to our number 7, says, now that you know, go, elevate, and grow. Applying lessons moving forward. Self-awareness turned into cultural change. His healthier leadership impacts everyone around him. So what's the bottom line? The bottom line is that burnout is a leadership crisis in disguise. Burnout is a leadership crisis in disguise. If you're running on fumes, your influence and relationships, the very true pillars of success, will collapse. As Coe's journey shows, resilience isn't about being indestructible. It's about being self-aware enough to change how you lead, starting with how you treat yourself. In the Bible's book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 36, it warns us, what does it profit a man if he gains the whole world and loses his own soul? Bullseye. Leaders, the bottom line is change lanes. Glance back quickly. Drive forward with purpose. Drive forward with purpose. And finally, as I say to you, as I said from the very top, be blessed. Get unstressed. Be blessed, get unstressed. I hope that these points I've shared with you from the Forbes magazine article and from our 10 commandments of egoholism recovering have been helpful to you as you go into this weekend. If you apply these truths, you will come out better, and we'll talk again on Monday. Thank you.